Look what just happened to my nail. Hello? Come on! Hey guys, it's me Sylvia, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. And you know on the Sylvia Gani channel, we like to keep it fun, keep it weird. And so today we're doing another weird, fun makeup challenge. Basically, I had the idea in the wintertime when I was visiting Canada and it's cold as shit. You guys know it gets very cold in Canada. Très bien. No, I don't know French. Très cold. Basically, I was like, why don't I just like put all my makeup in the snow, let it freeze over, and then try and do my makeup with those products. But the snow has melted. I didn't get around to doing that. So instead, we're gonna put the makeup in the freezer. It's gonna do the same thing, freeze the makeup, and we'll try and apply it and see how the makeup turns out. Play that footage. All right, so I picked out enough items for a full face of makeup. Right in this box, we have an assortment of products. We have some powder products. We have some liquid, some cream. I don't know what the freezing will do to some of these products, but that's what we wanna find out. So now I'm ready to put it in the freezer. I'll probably leave it in there for about 24 hours. I'll film the makeup portion of this video tomorrow. So here we go. I mean, one of the products actually even says on there a little something. But you know me, I've always been the curious type, so do not recommend this at home. Follow the labels, but we have to know, why does it say don't freeze? What will happen if it freezes? I'll let you know. And then I left it in the freezer until the next day. Definitely been 24 hours. If anything was gonna freeze in there, it definitely should be frozen by now. So let's see how the makeup held up. Y'all keep food in your fridge? What? That's weird, because I keep makeup in here. Like, it's definitely what freezers are meant for, right? I threw in the 35G Morphe palette in there last minute because I realized I didn't put any eyeshadows in there. Definitely feeling cold, feeling frozen, but let's see how all this makeup did. Okay, so I'm concerned about, where's the, okay, well, the Fix Plus is just completely frozen solid. And then, oh, okay, this is like a jelly texture. It definitely hasn't frozen completely. What about the foundation? Come on, I'm not trying to put a block of foundation ice around my face. Let's see. Oh, we're good. We're good. And the product we were all concerned about, because it literally said do not freeze on there. I mean, it is frozen solid, but it didn't explode. All right, this all looks hella chilled, super frozen, and refreshing. So let's go do my makeup with it. So I've got all the makeup here. I even threw a bunch of ice packs on there so it doesn't melt while we're doing the full face. And it's gonna be good, you know? Some of the products completely froze. Some of them are like a weird slushy consistency, and I'm really curious to see how they're gonna work out. I'll try and create a look that's still wearable, because honestly I still have to do things. It's the middle of the day. But before we apply this stuff on my face, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Just click that little red button and become part of my S Club. Trust me, you want to be part of the S Club. All the cool kids are. And on that note, let's get into putting this makeup on. So first, we got two products to prep and prime my skin. Let's go in with the frozen little travel size Farzali Unicorn Essence. Whoa, it's kind of like frozen in there. The little dropper isn't really working. I think it's clogged by some frozen product. I don't think I've seen anyone do this video before, and now I'm realizing why. I'm like, it's a genius idea. Why no one done it before? Genius? Who said that? Come on. Okay, so I got a little bit. I got enough for just the tiniest bit on my cheeks. Feels very refreshing, but let's be honest, like none of the product really came on my face. It's okay. That's why we put in another primer in there as well. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, a classic. And there's a little bit of frozen chunks in there, but for the most part, it's still that jelly consistency. Drink every time I say consistency in this video. So let's apply this. Ooh, ew, it's definitely more liquidy than normal. Your girl is definitely catching a cold. I think I went too hard at Coachella, you guys. I definitely did. This feels really nice. It's super cooling. Still goes on kind of the same though. But yeah, back to Coachella. It was lit. I didn't vlog it, so if you're part of my IG fam, you saw my stories because I was going crazy with the stories, but sometimes it's just too much like to vlog, story, post, and enjoy a hectic event like Coachella, you know? But for times like that, you know, when I'm not vlogging and all that, I really do want my S Club to see what I'm up to and hang out with me. So make sure you're following me on IG so you can see all the stuff that I get up to that's not on YouTube. So next for foundation, we have the Maybelline Dream Cushion, which is cold as heck. You know, the freezer did what it had to do. Mirror's all foggy. It's not that frozen, but the thing is, it's like not that much product is coming up on my finger. When I do that, it's just very moist. I hate the word moist, but that was the only word I can think of. And then the Beauty Blender also, I mean, it wasn't damp when I put it in, but for it being like a sponge, I just thought that it would just completely freeze over and get super hard like a rock, and it's not. It's still kind of squishy. I swear, like the product just completely got all soaked up in here though. Looks like there's really nothing on this sponge. Okay, this smells weird. What? Ew, it kind of smells like wet towel, you guys. I'm grossed out. But I do like this foundation. Like regularly, you know, it's super lightweight and it'll give you a good solid like medium coverage and just makes it look like you don't really have foundation on. I put all the products back in the freezer and I'm just gonna take them out one by one because they were really like thawing out too fast. And I'm like, that's not the challenge. You must be frozen. For concealer, I put Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind concealer in there because we know how this performs when it's not frozen. And this is really frozen. Like, it's not moving around in there. And I was also curious how this would freeze. The little sponge tip. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's hard too. Definitely not as spongy and squishy as it was. I love just like the cooling sensation. Feels like you're at the spa. Some skincare products actually work better when they're cold and they feel that much better. So why can't makeup be the same way? Clearly it doesn't completely freeze. I'm on to something, y'all. Everyone's gonna start freezing their makeup after they watch this video. Either that or they'll just laugh at me. It's fine. So now let's blend this out. Honestly, not that much of a difference in application other than it kind of just going on a lot colder. This beauty blender is actually grossing me out. Like, it does not smell good. Now for contour, I put in a cream contour in there and also a powder bronzer just so we could see what both are like frozen, you know? And I mean, it hurt my heart a little bit. Ooh, put the Fenty one in there, but I had to do it. Oh, and this stick is frozen, honey. It's like a frozen piece of chocolate. Look what just happened to my nail. I'll glue that back on later. But let's blend that out. It honestly just went on a lot colder. Blend. I've been feeling hella unmotivated lately too and just like super in a rut creatively. I need you guys to help me out. What videos do you want to see? Like, I want to make a giant list and then just start powering them out on the days that I do feel productive and like feel good. I just want to film because that's kind of why I've only been dropping like once a week some weeks, and I don't know, it's just been so hard for me to just get out of my own head and to just be happy with the content I make. So definitely would help me out a lot if you guys just tell me what you want to see, help me think of some ideas, because that's always the hardest part. This looks good though so far. What the heck? So with that, honestly, I did notice a bit of a difference blending it out because it's not as creamy. So it lifted the foundation a little bit, but it wasn't anything too crazy or like, I don't think you'd be able to notice it really. I still think my makeup still looks really good. So now I got the powder bronzer. I don't know why I keep saying it like that today. Anyways, so I'm gonna apply the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. So wet, it's perspiring, y'all. The whole container is like foggy and the powder itself has like a layer of like water on top. So it's looking really harsh. That being said, I'm just gonna dip my brush in there the teeniest bit. Apply that right in the hollows of my cheeks, bronze me up. Definitely have to be way more careful applying it because it's harder to get a soft blend since it is moist. Count the amount of times I say moist in this video. Next time I say it, you have my permission to click off the video. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Do I dare do a little bit of a nose contour with that powder? Yeah, I do dare. I do dare. You know what I'm saying. Taking that on like a super fluffy brush and I barely tapped it into the product and it's so pigmented, y'all. Honestly, I feel like this would just make the product last a lot longer. Hack. For highlight, I put in Makeup Revolution's Euphoric Gold Liquid Highlighter to see what would happen. Definitely has some frozen product in this thing right here because the product's not like coming out, but I think we'll be able to make it work just by rubbing it on my face. That feels good. Let's blend that in. Oh, this is so pretty too. Such a good highlight. Okay, highlight booming. So far, I mean, not horrible, but I am kind of not loving how the foundation is holding up around my cheeks where I have my acne. It's lifting a little bit and I feel like I lost some of that coverage. Next up, we'll do blush. Look how frozen this looks. We have Buxom's Dolly blush. And again, it's a powder, but it almost is like wet after you put it in the freezer. So I feel like this is gonna apply like the bronzer, you know, a little goes a long way because it's kind of wet. Hopefully it's not that blotchy, but I'll apply with a really big fluffy brush. That's a lot. It's like as if you were to spray it with Fix Plus, I feel like. So let's try and blend that a bit with my beauty blender because it got cray real fast. You definitely have to be way more careful when you're applying. Let's set my under eye with some setting powder. I put in the Huda Beauty Pound Cake setting powder. Powder is so cold, but I mean, it's still a powder. I can still move it around. Oh, that feels so good. I'm being so dramatic, but putting a cold setting powder under your under eye is actually magic. So I'll just apply this where I would normally bake, and I want to set my face too because it's getting really out of hand here with the shininess. Need to tone that down a bit. Oily face. Sylvia. In my smile lines, press that in. While that bakes, let's do brows with my frozen MAC Lingering Shape and Shade Brow Tint. Y'all know I love this pencil. It's like a liquid brow pen, which I thought would be interesting to put it in the freezer. At first, the tip of the pen was really like dried out and solid, but as soon as I got it super flexible and like broke it up on my hand a bit, the product started flowing out. I feel like it's not as pigmented as it was, but definitely I think we'll be able to do my brows still. So let's just fill in and shape my brow like I normally do now that the product is glowing out of here like it wasn't just in the freezer overnight. Dang, MAC. Ooh, that brow is fire. Speaking of MAC, if you haven't heard, I'm basically famous now, y'all, okay? So MAC is doing a campaign with a bunch of different influencers and I was one of the influencers that they chose. I talked talked to you guys about this in my previous MAC favorites video. And now the campaign is out. So if you find my face in a MAC store, please take a picture with the display and send it to me because it's so exciting. I'm also online. Like, I never would have thought that I would have been part of a campaign with MAC. Like, holy, when I first started working there to now, could have never dreamed this moment up, you guys. So it's a huge accomplishment and I'm so happy, and I see your guys' love and support, and it's freaking bomb. Like, to say that I actually am in MAC stores. And honestly, like, I was so excited about my BH palette and everything, and I like went on and on talking about it for so long that I didn't want to annoy you guys with this. So I think this time, like, I kept it too low-key. Everyone's like, Sylvia, what the heck? I see in your picture in like the MAC store, how come you never talked about it? I'm like, I did talk about it like in one YouTube video. But F that, y'all. Huge accomplishment. So stoked. Big things coming for the Eyes Club in 2019. Can't wait for you guys to see everything I'm working on, and this MAC thing is just the beginning. So exciting. So brows are looking better than ever. Let's go ahead and take off this baking powder, and then I have a brow gel. We're gonna also see what happened with that. So next, from my lovely freezer, we have the Double Duty Beauty Tarte Brow Gel thingamabob, and we're gonna put that on my brows. It's hella cold, but definitely not frozen. Whoa, too much product. But this is just gonna set the hairs, you know, put these babies into place. And then now that I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe they put stuff in the makeup so then it doesn't freeze, because otherwise, how are you gonna be shipping to cold areas in the wintertime? So I just put 2 and 2 together. Now we're calling this the regular makeup tutorial with just cold makeup products instead of frozen. It's still fun though, right? It's still fun. You're still having a good time? Me too. So now let's use the Urban Decay Primer Potion and prime my lids. I haven't used this in so long, you guys, but it's definitely way more thinned out, I feel like, and a little bit more chunky, but it's still going on pretty easy, you know? It's not making too much of a difference. Let me just blend that in with my finger a little bit. And because I have so much like veins and discoloration in that pink color on my lid, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my frozen Maybelline Fit Me powder and just dust that over top just to help set it and hopefully give me a little bit more coverage. Oh, and she's starting to crease in the nostril area. So now we're ready for eyeshadow, and for eyes, I threw in the 35G palette from Morphe, which is new just because I really have been wanting to use it. And I mean, it's really cold. There's even little bits of ice chunks on this guy right here. So that's probably gonna affect the powders though the same way as the bronzer and the blush. And then we have the Too Faced liquid glitter eyeshadow in Strawberries and Champagne. And I went to open it to see how frozen it is. Y'all, the doe foot applicator is gone. It's lost in there forever. Let's go in with this little frozen shade right here and try and use that to give me a little brow bone highlight here. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the product. Definitely doing something. And I like to bring that all the way down and connect it kind of to my highlight. And now I think I want to mix these 2 shades right here for an overall kind of lid color. So let's apply that kind of all over the lid. Okay, yeah, this is definitely more patchy than I think it would be if it wasn't frozen, but I'm still able to use it. Like, it's at least still showing color, and you just got to work at it a little bit more to blend it out, but it is blending out. But let's actually take that shade and just connect it to my lower lash line. I'm gonna do like the eye look that I do for events when I have absolutely no time. Okay, so now, I mean, I was really disappointed that I ruined my Too Faced glitter eyeshadow, but obviously your girl's a genius. I'm not just gonna exclude this product because it's frozen. No, I'm using my Q-tip and getting that product out of here. Now we're applying the glitter with the Q-tip all over the lid. Oh, that is pretty! Because it's all like wet from the condensation, it's making the sparkles more sparse. I'm gonna do a little mixture of application here, a little bit of the Q-tip, a little bit of the brush. Blend that out. Oh, it's really bunching up in this one part. Definitely putting in the freezer like messed this formula up a bit. So I want most of that product all over my lid, and then I'll kind of just blend out the glitter as best as I can. My eyes look wet. This is gorgeous. My eyes look wet. And I almost don't want to put on a liquid liner, but I did want to see how a liquid liner would hold up like in the freezer. So we'll do it. So I have the Maybelline Master Precise liquid liner metallic. What? Shake well. Okay, we'll try. I don't think the shaking is doing anything. And I mean, like, I don't have a hard enough time with liquid liner. Now I'm gonna be doing it with a frozen one. So, oh, that is so cold. It feels weird on my eye. Okay, I'm gonna try my best here. Oh, it's still working. Gotta dip in for more product. Definitely a lot quicker than I think I normally would. So let me fill her in. 10 years later, I was able to create a wing, but it's definitely not as opaque on my lid as it would have been if it wasn't in the freezer. But I'm about to have a stroke concentrating so hard, so I'm gonna do the other one off camera. Okay, that was a mission. Let me zoom you guys in. Okay, so I literally just could not get an opaque application. It was getting so streaky, was not doing well with the glitter. This one looks a little better. This what is that? It's an embarrassment. That's what that is. Horrible. Okay, so I tried to fix up the wings as best as I can. That was definitely the most difficult product to work with. So I just put on some like black shadow to help fix it. And then somehow I forgot to put in a mascara. I could have sworn I put in the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in there, but it's gone now. Moving on, we have frozen fake eyelashes and the Duo Lash Glue that literally says on there, do not freeze. And I'm thinking it's because it just completely freezes solid. So they were right, because I can't even get this open. So the same thing that happened to the liquid eyeshadow happened to the glue, and now the brush is stuck in there. Whoops. So this actually turned into like that glue inside there. It's not liquid anymore. It's kind of like when the glue dries on your lid and it's that gooey kind of solid, but I can still squish it around. Let's cut the lashes. Let's apply. Oh my God, the band is so stiff. I feel like this is gonna be really difficult to blend in with my natural lashes now. The eagle has landed. I'm using regular glue, by the way. The other one just got way messed up in the freezer. The band is way more difficult to work with because it's so hard. I'm gonna do the other one off camera, BRB. The lashes are on. Honestly, I'm so shocked with how this makeup look is turning out so far. So next up we have lip products. I put a lip liner, a lip gloss, and a regular lipstick bullet in the freezer. So we have the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in Reverence, which I will apply first just on the center of my lips. Oh, that is hella cooling. It kind of feels like slimier though too because of the condensation. Shout out Powder Kiss lipsticks. Find your girl in store repping these lipsticks. Then let's apply Kylie's Coco K lip liner because obviously I'm bougie as hell. I had to put a Kylie Cosmetics product in there, you know, see what happened. And this actually like was interesting because when I opened it up, the entire product was like pushed out of the pencil a bit. So I was like, oh, the freezing is not good for this guy, but it seems to be still applying fine. It's just a little bit more wet, so you have to give it a couple more layers. But I mean, it's working just fine. Love this shade. It's so pretty. On top, we're gonna apply the new Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine in the shade Pink Sorbet. If you don't know, Neutrogena literally has makeup now, you guys. It's crazy. It's all about just like hydrating, good for you ingredients. They have a foundation, a concealer. Let me know if you want to see me test those out. And the product in here has kind of solidified a bit, but it's not completely solid. It's just more of like a hard goo. So this concludes the final makeup look using all of those frozen makeup products. And I'm just shocked. I'm honestly so shocked. Like, what? I thought this challenge would be impossible. I would be putting like blocks of foundation all over my face. But honestly, the majority of the products didn't fully freeze. And I think now it all makes sense. Obviously, brands probably think of that, probably make sure that the product doesn't freeze so then they can ship it out to cold areas and things like that. But it was very interesting to do, and I feel like some of the products almost felt better. Kind of like when you put some skincare products in the refrigerator and it feels way more cooling and it has like more benefits that way. I'm like thinking maybe it could be the same with makeup because the concealer felt amazing to apply. The primer felt so good. So who knows? Put your makeup in the freezer. Maybe it'll help you out. I don't know. Maybe I found a hack, but probably not because some of the products I actually ruined. Like that lash glue says do not freeze for good reason. Completely unusable after that. And then I ruined this. So now I have to use it with a Q-tip. You know, it's just little things like that maybe went wrong, but we still were able to pull through in the end. I did have the MAC Fix Plus setting spray in there, but it had completely frozen solid. It was not usable at all. So I set it out a couple steps into my makeup routine and now it's just Fix Plus, like it's regular again. So no fun in that. But all in all, loving the final look. It's very simple. Only did like 2 shadows and some glitter on there. So definitely give that a try and tag me in your pictures if you're recreating this look. And again, let me know what videos you guys want to see from me so I can keep them coming, you know. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do your girl a favor, subscribe by hitting this button right here and click this button to buy the best palette that you've ever laid eyes on. I mean, no joke, greatest palette is magic, will 100% make your life better. And then check out these other videos of mine if you haven't seen them yet. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah. Bye.